All right, everybody, welcome in. You know who it is, and this time. I'm kind of sitting in a position where the sunlight is beaming on me, so bear with me. That's why there's shadows in my eyes right now. But I'm here to give an update. Um, I haven't uploaded to the channel in a while, and somebody genuinely came to me through another YouTuber's comment section. They're like, dude, your videos are hilarious. And so what I'm here to do is just try to reignite the channel for what I can until I get myself out of this position. Out of this position means I'm still out here in the streets, still working my way up. But I got a lot of stuff going well for me. I'm sitting in a park right now because it's probably the best place for me to do this. But yeah, update time. Pretty much I got everything almost handled. I got a job now. I'm pretty much a resident to the state now. Um, the next step is for me to get out of this position, like I said. Um, but I'm doing pretty well for being in this position. At first, when this happened, I wasn't sure about how I was going to handle this, and over the course of time, it started dawning on me as like handle it like you would have like when you were in Florida. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm having a little bit of issues getting out of this position because there's certain people don't, certain places and that are not very helpful, of course, but I'm still getting the job done the best way possible. So, um, with that said, all I can ask is if you pray for me and hopefully the things work out for me. Um, besides that, um, I haven't gotten into too many of my hobbies. I started actually coding on the side. Haven't been doing too that much of that the past like 2 weeks. I kind of like started doing it and then kind of hopped off of it because I started, doing other stuff and life affects us every once in a while. So that's another reason why I stopped coding. Now I am gonna try to get back to that. I haven't been doing much of my YouTube stuff or my hobbies as much out here because I don't really have the capabilities to. I do play games from time to time on my phone, but not playing video games anymore is one thing that I actually had to get used to and had to manage. So that's there. So yeah, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this to everybody out there that watches this. If you are in a really bad state of mind all the time, and you're out there, you're like smoking weed, you're doing drugs, you're drinking all the time, it might be time for you to cut back on that. Now, I'm saying this because I go to see therapy on a weekly basis. It's been one of the most helpful things I've ever did because there's a lot I can get off my chest, and I've made a lot of great friends with that too. People that actually want to sit down, listen to me, and talk to me, which is great. I like being able to do that. So I want you to know, don't be afraid to go see a therapist if you really need it, because it is very, very helpful, along with reading the Bible and contributing to a good life, to say the least. Um, and yeah, as for my radio video, hold on. I still have it right here. I haven't really messed with it too much, and I'm still trying to learn it. But I got this thing a couple weeks ago from a friend. And the friend, he left where I was, and he's a traveler. So it's weird. Travelers come with like a walking stick. That's weird. I know that's a weird thing, but they do. They travel with a huge walking stick like Gandalf's like staff and stuff like that. So I made good friends with this guy. I was talking to him. I hope he's okay because I haven't heard from him in a few weeks, and I hope to see him again. But he gave me this. He said he had too many of these, so that's why I wanted to kind of mess with this one on my channel. And I'm gonna try to do that here as soon as possible. I need to learn a little bit more about it. But things have been getting better for me in this position. It's amazing how when you're not too concerned with something, you will get the complete opposite of what you're not concerned about more than the thing that you are concerned about. Like, and I'm still doing relatively well, but there's a lot of stuff thriving for me right now more than it used to be. And that might be because I'm trying to bring those people to Jesus Christ. Back in Florida, I had issues with talking to people, okay? And I got here and I've kind of started communicating with more people more and I kind of started talking to people more. And that was something that really, really changed for me here where I am now as opposed to when I was in Florida. 'Cause Florida, there's just something about Florida that wasn't very good or very much fun for me, and people just saw me as like this guy who was just a one big troublemaker, even though I wasn't making trouble, even though I wasn't doing much anything to make trouble at all. And that's the way people saw me, and that was the thought process that you get when you see a person who's a bit of an outcast, who is an introvert and stuff like that. And they say, well, people will say to you, well, how are you capable of doing all this stuff online if you're an introvert? Think about it. I don't have to walk up to a bunch of people and talk to them. Now, I'm getting a little bit better with that. So I want to say that. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna try to upload here more often. Somebody had mentioned me on another YouTuber's channel in the comment section. And they're like, dude, your videos are hilarious. And I naturally, that's that's a hint at me saying, "Hey, get back to what you were doing. What you were doing is perfectly fine." So I'm gonna try to make this into more of a hobby channel than it was. And all the comic book stuff, I'm not doing that right now because you know, I kind of fell in a position where I'm not feeling it right now, and maybe I'll get back to it. Maybe I won't. I don't know yet. Only time will tell. But if I do, I'm picking up that story again where we left off for the last season. So I want to say that. Um, but yeah, that's about it for me, guys. More videos will be on the way. My last video was a bit different than the normal video, but I'm trying to insert new stuff into this channel. As for the Bible channel, if you watch that, I'm not sure what's going to happen on that yet, but I'm going to try to upload there once in a while, talk about, just topics about, you know, Jesus Christ and stuff like that. Kind of keep it related to that. Kind of like motivational stuff and how Bible related stuff like that. So that's what's going on with the two channels. And I think that's really does it about for me. So yeah, again, I want to go back to it again, and I cannot say this enough to people. No matter how old you are, please go see a therapist. It might be the best thing you'll do. As for me, I realized that there were a lot of things that needed to talk about, and nobody was there to talk about because we all see that talking about our issues leads to people thinking that we're weak, and that's not a weakness. That is actually we're supposed to be doing that. That is how we handle our things in life, especially when it comes to a therapist. I don't feel uncomfortable about talking about things. Just like with women, I talk about things with women because I know women are there for us to listen to us guys. Women like that guys like me like to talk to women. And that's another thing is I suggest that don't throw your emotions onto a woman right away, but be willing to talk to a lady at times because that's what ladies are there for us guys. We're not supposed to. Yeah, and so are our fellow brothers, but that's how you make acquaintances and friends in this world. You talk about things and you talk about how you're handling things and stuff like that. So it's just something we should all think about. But I just think therapist is the best for a lot of people. And you don't need to take medicine, you don't need to take drugs, and you don't, and if you have an issue where you are dealing with that, go get some help because that'll help you out a lot. But yeah, I'm handling things better than normal, and I'm actually a lot more happier that I'm doing this. So, and with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I end this. I'll be back another day. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this because I've been out of loop for a little while, but I'm gonna throw this up on Twitter. If you are interested, I do stream on Twitter a lot frequently. Because that's one of the places I prefer streaming on this than setting it up on my computer. Fortunately, if setting it up on my computer is just a pain in the butt, just like doing YouTube. That's another reason why I don't do it from my laptop. And yeah, I've been doing all my stuff from a laptop for a while. So, all right. With that said, take it easy and have a wonderful day. If you need help, reach out to somebody, seek a therapist. They will help you out a lot. And remember, it's not weak to talk about your issues. And also pick up a Bible once in a while. Talk to Jesus Christ. That's another way of handling yourself. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. God bless and take it easy.